Hey man, so this video being called Why Tupac is a Revolutionary. Now see, I'm doing this in response to Steph Curry the Ghost comment. He said, in all honesty, what was so revolutionary about Tupac besides the fact that his mother was a Black Panther? I swear people be putting him on some Malcolm X, MLK. Alright, whatever, bro. Alright. I said, shot two crooked cops who were harassing a black man. And this is what a lot of you niggas don't know. Because y'all not from LA, you feel me? Organized the truce between the Bounty Hunter Bloods and the Grape Street Crips in Watts in 1992 during the Watts riots. Do y'all know how many motherfucking lives was saved, bro? Do y'all niggas know, bro? Do y'all niggas know? Y'all don't, bro. You niggas don't, bro. Like, shit is crazy, bro. Little girls and shit got saved because of this shit. The murders in Watts went all the way down. The Grapes and the Hunters still beef today, but it ain't as bad as it used to be. Nowhere as bad. It ain't never been as bad as before this shit. You feel me? Look at this shit, bro. In the early 1990s, in the early 90s, heavily armed gangs dominated the projects. If you wanted to use a gym at the Jordan Downs, you didn't call the building manager. You contacted the Grape Street Crips. Crossing into another's territory, even if you weren't a gang member, was taking your life into your own hands, which is what made the 1992 gang truce between the Bloods and the Crips there so astonishing. It was marshaled in part by former NFL star Jim Brown, who met with members in both locations and all that. Okay, so Nixon Gardens, you know what I'm saying? Hacienda Village, Jordan Downs, and all the Imperial Courts and shit. He said, fights interrupted the proceedings and a police helicopter descended upon the scene to break things up. But the meetings produced fruit. The involved parties agreed to abide by a 26-point treaty, a code of ethics for the drug dealing gang to reduce violence and harm to the community at large. Its bullet points decreed selling to the underage and pregnant, as well as protecting civilians and making the hood safe for squares. That's Pac. This is the code Tupac and Morphine. They spelled his name wrong. Had dreamed up in Oakland before the truce meetings took place. They called it Thug Life and had received help from Mopreem's father, Mutulu Shakur, locked up at Lompoc Federal Prison Estate. Mopreem had said their thinking was, if we could just put a governor on the greed and focus on survival, we might save a few lives. It's extraordinary that Tupac was able to facilitate this. He'd only recently arrived in California and didn't come from a gangbanging background, but suddenly the hardest gangbangers were enlisted his counsel. Tupac's Black Panthers connections, with whom he stayed in touch with even after moving away from his mother, helped connect him with these veteran Watts gang members who loved his music and what he stood for. I got people in the penitentiary, big time OGs, calling me, telling me they want me to lead their movement, Tupac explained. Tupac didn't attend the Watts truce negotiations, but his involvement was critical in facilitating it. And he did attend a treaty with similar goals in Brooklyn, where he shot calling drug dealers off from all over New York City, the Bronx, Queens, Harlem, Brooklyn, discussed the Thug Life Code, and worked on resolving their differences. They were running the streets on the East Coast back then, said Mopreem. Different gangs, different groups, but they're all doing the same shit. This is old shit, bro. This is old shit, man. There wasn't a unanimous consensus. But simply getting everyone to the table was an example of Tupac's extraordinary diplomatic and community building abilities, which he undertook with no fanfare in the midst of an exploding recording and film career. In a move resistance of Johnny Cash, Tupac even performed before inmates at Lompoc. Mutulu hosted the event in which Tupac, Mopreem, and others rapped at the federal prison in 1993. You know what I'm saying? Mopreem noted that the boys behind bars were particularly glad to see the I don't even know how to pronounce their word, female R&B group that accompanied them, called Wise Question NV. Though the Watts events period, those which continues today. This is all it. This is all part. This is the 26-point platform. You feel me? Slinging the children, having children slinging is against the code. No slinging in schools. Since the rat Nicky Barnes opened his mouth, ratting has become accepted by some, but we're not having it. Snitches is out here. The boys in blue don't run nothing. We do control the hood. Make it safe for squares. No slinging the pregnant sisters. That's baby killing. That's genocide. Know your target. Who's the real enemy? Civilians are not a target and should be spared. Do y'all know how many people were spared during this time, bro? The bounty hunters in the Great Street. Y'all know how violent them hoods is, bro. Or y'all don't know, man. Y'all don't fucking know. The Nicholson Gardens and the Jordan Downs, you feel me? Where they film Menace to Society around the same time, bro. Not just a movie, my nigga. You have to have events in which were really happening to actually film something with authenticity and be accepted by the public. That shit was really going on in Watts. You feel me? Really South Central as a whole. That's why you had the South Central movie. Crack first hit Los Angeles. So yeah, and that ain't the only thing I was talking about with him. Look, I had told him that, you know, spoke out against the killings of Latasha Harlins, which was my mama's best friend. You know what I'm saying? She went to Westchester High School with her. They lived on the same block, the street I grew up on, 91st and Fig. You feel me? So, and Robert Sanders for Lil Yummy from Chicago. He put Latasha Harlins in so many songs, you feel me? He said Robert Sanders name at the whole song Young Nigga was dedicated to Robert Sanders. You feel me? While the rest of the rappers around that same time remained silent. And that's a fact. All of the ones y'all consider legends. You feel me? Visited her family. That's real shit. My mama got pictures of her right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't finna say all that. But, you know what I'm saying, bro? Nigga keep talking about this Tupac hoax channel. I'm gonna eventually check it out. I don't know what the fuck y'all be talking about, bro. Honestly. But, nigga, what I'm saying is facts, bro. Like, family ties, bro. This nigga visited the mom, you feel me, in L.A. Didn't have to. Y'all crazy, bro. Y'all fucking crazy. Shot 2 crooked cops that were harassing a black man. A truce that saved multiple black lives, bro. Had gang leaders, BPS, you feel me, Jim Ford, and all of these gang leaders of BPS and Vice Lord and GDs want him to become their leader and shit. To lead their organization. Y'all niggas think it wasn't nothing revolutionary. Come on now, bro. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. So yeah, man, I thought I was gonna have time to rest and not do a video, but apparently, nah, y'all not having it. So with that being said, man, like, comment, dislike, it don't matter, man. I'm gone. Peace.